they are, at least the AM drivers at the moment, continuing to improve as the session goes on, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone starting their lap now is on their last lap. Obviously, only a minute and 20 left. So next time they come past will be checkered flag for them. But Kevin Say is P1 and on a double purple. So half the lap has been amazing so far. What else can he finish with? He is 2/10, as you said, safe at the moment from reigning champion Darren Lewing, but he will want to cement that. And because they are aggregate times, yes, it's maybe just an extension of his P1, but that means that his teammate Maxi Gutz has got more headroom to be slower than, for example, Darren Lewing's teammate of Vantor. So if he's 2/10 slower than Vantor, they would still be on pole, is how the math should work out.
Indeed so. Now he's 4/10 underneath his current pole position time, but behind him, Darren Leung is going faster. So this is going to be fascinating in the closing stages. Kevin Say will have time for one more lap if he wants it, though, because he's rounding Luffield with 30 seconds to go. Won't take him that long to get to the timing line, so this is likely going to be, almost certainly going to be, a new fastest time in the session. The question is whether or not Darren Leung can challenge it. What is the new benchmark then? Through he comes across the timing line at 58.9. We're into the 58s just, but what can Darren Leung do? At the moment, he's 9/10 adrift of what was a mega lap from Kevin Say, but might still be beatable.
Yeah, do you remember what I predicted? It should be in the 58s at least.
You did.
Kevin's proved me right. They had a miserable Oulton Park, didn't score a single point there. For my sort of championship favourites on the cards, Mercedes factory driver Maxi Gutz, Kevin Say, super fast AM, 2Cs Mercedes, the recipe was perfect, but the cake was terrible at Oulton Park, so hopefully they can get their recipe slightly more in tune here. Mark Radcliffe, no purples but some greens into this last sector again. We've seen him through here before. It looks nice and smooth. Is he going to get greedy? You can use a bit of track limits on the exit mark. Trust me, there's no camera, no sensor. Use the green bit. Thank you, mate. And that just opens it up. Why do we run wide? We get rid of the steering lock. We carry more speed, less time, more happy. Checker flag is out. Where do we go? P4, up 2 places. Decent lap. Doesn't quite get sub 2 minutes.
Indeed. The same true, by the way, of Darren Lung. Well, actually, he did get sub 2 minutes, but only gained a 10th on his previous best. But we might have a new player. Morgan Tilbrook has left it late, but the man who currently is only 9th fastest in the number 77 McLaren is on a flyer. It's not quite going to be enough to go to the top, but it should leapfrog him several positions up the order. Balfe, meanwhile, goes third. That was another late place, and the McLaren's getting quicker as the session goes on, but Tilbrook will be top McLaren, second quickest, within half a second of Kevin Say's time. That is not bad, Joe.
Really, really good. And as you said, the McLaren coming late of Balfe, the sister car here. So Garage 59 doing maybe a more extreme sort of strategy than I thought Century were, the BMWs. To be able to do that lap on lap 5 around Silverstone is kind of unheard of. So they've obviously got a very fast race car as well, I would take from that. So when Tilbrook hands over to his teammate Clutton and Balfe hand over to Smalley, maybe we need to keep an eye on the timing screens a little bit longer for that car than we were seeing potentially from Collard, who did his lap early. Darren Lewing was kind of in the middle of the road, wasn't he? Kevin Say, same towards the end. So this tyre hanging on a little bit. Petrobelli there, started again. The session really strong, wasn't he? He looked like almost odds on to be definitely on the front row. And he's all the way down in 9th position. But he's handing over to Johnny Adam. Super rapid co-driver. So their day might not be done. You think 9th's not great, but not awful. But Johnny Adam, I think, could and should maybe get that car maybe into the top 6 would be my prediction for that Blackthorn 87 GT3 Aston Martin Evo.
Indeed, nicely done. Yeah, they are a second off the fastest time, but actually 4/10 of an improvement would have put them 4th. So very, very close, isn't it, towards the second half of the top 10. But a fascinating first part of qualifying is done with. That was the AM session, if you like. So the slower, the less experienced of the two drivers out in session 1. But for session 2, it is the turn of the pros, and this is going to be a very, very competitive conclusion to GT3 qualifying before, as I said, we go and do it all again for GT4. So Max Gutz getting himself ready. Kevin Say will bring the 2Cs Mercedes in, and it was the 2Cs Mercedes at the top of the times after part 1 of qualifying. Qualifying 1 done for the GT3s. Say fastest. Tilbrook with that late improvement for Garage 59 goes second, ahead of championship leader. That was Alex Martin, and Rob Collard, behind him. So again, the Barwell cars very, very quick and very evenly matched.